trap like.
Yo, what up? This your boy T Mizzle coming back again with another Clash of Lords 2 video. And today's video is going to be about defense for guild clash. Okay, the last video I did was basically get you guys ideas, get your recommendations on heroes for guild clash, and just all around good defensive heroes. And that's what we're going to really talk about today. Talk about pretty much what you guys said and what the main heroes are to use for defense. Before we get to that topic, however, I do have a few announcements and messages I want to put out. First of all, to one of our old guild mates, Jaden, I'm sorry, I apologize, Jaden. First of all, I want to apologize for you getting kicked out of the guild. The person that kicked you out of the guild is no longer with us. He made a big mistake, and he jumped the gun and kicked you. I know that you had a baby, and you told me, and I apologize, man, and I hope you see the video, because I tried to reach out to you and let you know to please send your invite back in, to contact me. We can get you back in the guild. So again, I really wanted to let you know that was a big mistake, and we definitely want you back in the guild. Okay, so that said, just want to make sure that people understand, or that you know it was not intentional at all. Okay, now moving on. Next thing I want to say, thanks to all my guild mates, everyone that helps the guild, the people that continually offer help and advice. I appreciate you guys. My intention with this guild is I wanted to have a guild that was a friendly, no pressure guild where if where basically new players, or not really new but newer players, and experienced players can come together and kind of help some of the newer players along, make them stronger. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not easy for low level players to get into a good guild, and while we're not top level guild, my vision is that we can grow to be a top 100, maybe even top 50 guild in the next few months. Okay, we're not there yet. However, we're still progressing, and I'm asking that anyone that comes to this guild, please, if you come and join us, I hope you're coming for the intention that you're going to stay with us. I know guilds deal with this all the time, members coming in just to see what they're like and leaving, but I'm telling you now, if you come to Two Worlds and join us, I'm looking for people that are here to stay and help others that are not as strong as them. Currently, we are looking for a little bit more of a stronger players just to help us along. We have some really awesome players, and even some of the lower level players have really stepped up and have done some great things in the guild. And I really wanted to tell everybody that's part of the guild right now, thanks. Even the people that have been part and left, even thank you guys. No hard feelings if you were kicked or if you left. It's just that if you join up, we want people to participate. Follow the instructions that we give, the directions, the rules. Please follow those, because they are there for a reason. Okay, again, we want everybody to have fun, nice relaxed guild clash is very important, so please follow the rules. And that's really what I wanted to say, man. I've been just dealing day to day with the people. And a lot of these guys in this guild are just some of the subscribers on my YouTube channel. And man, thanks for all you guys' support. Even my subscribers out there, man. I don't upload often like I should, but you guys still support me, and I want to say thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Okay, now with all the number jump, now let's get to the video. Man, I'm sorry about that. Sorry about all the I had to put that out there, man. But here we go. Let's jump into the video. So, talking about defense for guild clash. So we're gonna talk about a few heroes that a lot of players seem to think, and honestly, a lot of good heroes for defense in guild clash. And this is going to be a really good video for my guild mates, because it should help some of your low level players understand that all heroes have a purpose, even though you don't use them on a daily basis, like in your arena, maybe your rating. You don't use them on offense, but they're great defensive players. So first off, let's start with, and I'm going to read some of the comments I got from you guys on YouTube. Okay, so I'm going to start with one of the comments from, let's see, hold on a minute, a second. I wasn't quite ready, because because I want to make sure I give everybody credit for their input, and that's what it's all about, helping each other grow. So the first one I want to read is from Clash of Lords 2 Gameplays, Tips, and Tricks. I don't know who this is. That's the name of the commenter. So one of the first heroes I want to talk about is Dark Rider. Okay, and let's just go to Dark Rider real quick. Here's Dark Rider. I don't use him much. I don't even have him divine. Okay, so that's shame on me. But Clash of Lords 2 Gameplays, Tips, and Tricks says in my comments on that particular video that Dark Rider is great for Town Hall HP boost. Okay, so I looked at Dark Rider. I did a little bit of research, checked out some of the players that use Dark Rider, and wouldn't you know that if you look at the #1 player in the game, Fong, guess what he has on his base? A Dark Rider. So basically what he's saying is that if you look at Dark Rider's 42 compliance, he has a Town Hall boost of 200% HP and armor by 100%. So basically this dude makes your Town Hall a complete tank. I mean, this makes your Town Hall almost unkillable. So okay, if you play Guild Clash, you know that that's really major for Guild Clash, because taking that Town Hall down, you've seen me in the videos, is already hard to take down at level 17. So that's going to make it a major tank. Okay, so Dark Rider, if you have Dark Rider, which a lot of players have him because he's really easy to hire, you can go ahead and rank him up. Feel free to rank him up, get his divine skill, and use him as a defensive player on your base. And as you can see, even at high levels, he's very good to have on your base for defense. Okay, all right, thanks a lot for that tip, guy. Also another Satio, I think that's how you pronounce his name. He has some really good tips as well. One of them for him, and this applies to some other people that mention it, but One Time. Okay, I don't have One Time. However, the shield buff is OP in Guild Clash. What's also interesting in normal mode is the debuff. Once it is destroyed, it delays your heroes and also makes mercenaries lose power. Since they added all this new talents to mercenaries equipment that also buffs them, aid heroes as with upgraded mercs also buff them, it's actually interesting to see their power reduced against your buildings. Pretty awesome. So that's One Time, man. So again, let's take a look at One Time, and again, we can go right to the #1 player in the game, and as of course you know, he has One Time. And the same thing we're going to look at, his Fortitude Vitality, before it is destroyed, building armor will take 75% less damage from hero skills. So imagine this, Dark Rider to give you the boost of HP on your Town Hall, plus One Time, who's going to give you 75% less damage against your freaking Town Hall, man. And then when the armor is destroyed, the nearby enemy's attack rate will be reduced by 30% and take 30% more damage. You really can't beat that combination. Okay, but if you're like me and you don't have a One Time, you can't use them. So of course, if you do, use them. Okay, make sure you get that divine skill, use him on your base for defense. Okay, even if you don't like him for offense, defense, he's a great player. All right, so that's another great tip. Okay, one of my other subscribers said, and this is a good one, and this is from Papercraft, this is from Alex, who else said it? Who else? Quite a few people said that. I just want to make sure we give people credit. But basically, Savage Chief, man. Savage Chief during Guild Clash, because it's 42 guard, gives damage reduction. Okay, now, I can't really find anyone that uses Savage Chief on defense. I mean, not in the top ranking. But I do have a Savage Chief that I haven't leveled up. Okay, and I can tell you right now, I looked at his divine skill, and here it is, 42 guard. Just for the first one, all defense structures get a 15% damage reduction. Okay, that's what red means, damage reduction. So, and that's at divine level 1. If we go to its 42 guard level 2, damage reduction increases by 20% for all defensive structures, and by 20% for friendly heroes and clones. So, as you can see, Savage Chief may not be an overall hero that you see people use all the time, but for defense, he's going to give you damage reduction. So, imagine having Dark Rider, Savage Chief, and One Time to defend your base. You got damage reduction, plus you got tankiness. I mean, you're talking about a freaking fortress here, okay? absolute fortress. So what I want to try to do, man, and again, this is to show you that some heroes that you may not necessarily use all the time because they don't have a lot of damage and stuff like that, they can provide you with awesome defensive strategy for Guild Clash and maybe even Lord's League, okay? Now, the only concern would be you're going to need some heroes on your base to do damage, to kill those guys, and that's what we're going to talk about a little bit next, okay? Now, we do have other defensive heroes, but let's talk about a few that's going to give you kind of both, the best of both worlds. Jeez, I can't talk. First of all, let's talk about Enchantress. This is one that's very important. And the reason I'm going to say Enchantress is important because she counters Great Sage, stuns, and everything, okay? So basically, she don't necessarily boost your defense as far as making your the base more tanky or take less damage, but she can take some of the damage reduction away from your heroes, which entail is kind of the same thing, okay? So let's take a look again at the top player. He has an Enchantress on his base. And if you see right here, dispels all negative statuses when the HP of nearby allies falls below 30%. So negative status mean, hey, when Great Sage locks you out, guess what? You can actually use her spell, her divine, and it'll get rid of all the it'll get rid of all the lockout. Or, like I say, her Fortitude Salvation does it automatically when your allies hit less than 30%. Also, some of the shield that absorbs 100% damage and reduces incoming damage. You just can't lose with Enchantress on your base as well. Okay, again, excuse me, I'm kind of stopped up, guys, so forgive me. Enchantress, another great defensive player. She actually provides a little bit of offense as well because she does use wizards. I said wizards. Oh my gosh, she has witches. Jesus Christ. But she does pretty decent damage, but she has other things that make her useful, okay? As far as she can bring back a hero if he dies, shelter. So very useful hero here, and I want to mention her because she's one of the newer heroes, just like Wonton. So if you get a chance to get her and you want to know if she's worth it, that alone makes her worth it, okay? Now let's talk about a few other heroes that we're kind of used to seeing all the time. One is going to be Ambrosia, and of course, quite a few people are going to mention Ambrosia, and of course for good reason. A couple of things with Ambrosia, and I can tell you right off the bat. Let's see who actually mentioned Ambrosia on the comments. Just want to give them some credit here. Let's see. So Fahad, he mentioned Ambrosia. We got DeBarca mentioned Ambrosia. Adam mentioned Ambrosia. Quite a few people mentioned Ambrosia, okay? And I'm gonna tell you one of the main things I like about Ambrosia on your base is because if you put her around the center of your base, and as you can see, the #1 player has Ambrosia right in the center of his base. She shoots rockets from a long range, okay? And the thing is, she will stay right there in that position unless you have a Skull Mage, okay? Oh, I'm sorry. Unless you have not Skull Mage. I apologize, guys. Unless you have a Demon Slayer. You must have a Demon Slayer to counter Ambrosia, okay? So that's why people use Demon Slayer, if you don't know. But other than that, she would stay right in the center of the base. She would shoot her rockets. And let me just show you what she does. She increases the damage of allied heroes by 35% and HP recovery by 45%, okay? So, I mean, as you can see, and she does a lot of damage herself, man. She will stay there and crush you, man. Increases attack range by 300%. That means she can shoot that rocket across the freaking base and you can't touch her because she just sits there at the middle of your freaking base. So if you have Ambrosia, put her at the center of the base right next to your town hall and you are going to be good to go. Okay? You're going to be good to go. All right, let's get off Fong's base. I'm giving him too much airtime here. Okay, let's talk about maybe two others here. Of course, I said two others. Let's talk about Great Sage. Of course, almost everybody uses Great Sage on defense. Well, I shouldn't say that. Not everybody. I mean, excuse me, man. I'm so stopped up. But let's take a look here. See, does Fong have him on defense? No Great Sage. That's about the #2 guy. Does he have him on defense? Prime, does he have Great Sage? So here we go. Here's a great sage, and for good reason. I mean, if killed during defense, the great sage will revive up to 3 times in the hero's hall with 100% HP and attack. Each additional revival will decrease by 10%. So if this guy gets killed, he comes back again. And if he gets killed again, he comes back again and stays in it. This is insane. Not to mention his skill locks you out of using your skills. Why would you not have him on defense? I guess if you don't have him, you can't. But he does a lot of damage. He locks other enemy heroes out. You want to have Great Sage on your base, okay? Now, here's where we run into a problem, guys. You can only have 5 heroes on the base. Okay, so the reason I'm going to go over more than 5 because everyone don't have all these heroes. Okay, and you may have them, but they're not leveled up. So real quick, talk about a few more that you want to have on defense, and I guarantee you, after a couple more, you should be able to pick out 5 that will work for you. After Great Sage, let's talk about Landslide. Now, Landslide is an awesome tank, but he can be countered. Okay, but let's not worry about him being countered. Okay, now one of the good things about Landslide is he whenever you drop the 3rd hero down on the enemy base, or when the 3rd enemy hero drops on your base, Landslide teleports to their location and does major damage. Okay, now I use Landslide on my base. Okay, and let's just read his here it is, Fortitude charge. After 3 enemy heroes are placed, teleports to the closest one and deals right now 5,000 plus 200% attack damage AoE, and reduces enemy speed by 40% for 14 seconds. And that's only level 2. Okay, he's immune for 7 seconds, so he does a lot of damage. That one teleport does a lot of damage, and depending on how high level he is, he could almost wipe your whole freaking team out. And if as a lot of the low players already know, that's what happens. So you have to be careful when you go against a high level Landslide, guys. Okay, he can be very powerful. However, at higher levels, you may not worry too much about him. I mean, if you got all level 200 heroes, you may not be too scared of Landslide. So it really depends on your level and what you're up against. Okay, but just keep in mind, Landslide is another hero you want to have on defense if you can. Okay, now a lot of people didn't mention this next hero. Okay, but I'm going to mention him, Kieran. And the reason I want to mention Kieran is because I don't think there's and this is me, it's not proven, but I don't think there's a hero in the game that does more damage than him. Okay, he does a ton of damage. I know Alexander, he mentioned Kieran. Who else mentioned Kieran? A couple people mentioned him. Man, so man, I hate wasting time trying to scroll through, but I like to give people credit. You know, Hugo, he mentioned him. Oh my God, my nose is stopped up, guys. Excuse me. Also, let's see. Anyway, that's enough. But Kieran, if you need that one last hero and you can't get some of the ones I already talked about, you can get Kieran on your base. Okay. And basically, Kieran, let me just tell you what he does. Now, I have him at Divine 3 for his no, I don't have it. I'm about to get it. I just need to get to level 110 and get some more mutagen. But spawns a Kieran clone each time an enemy hero starts battle. So every time you place a hero on the enemy's base, a clone spawns. These clones have 100% of Kieran's HP and 150% attack, and a curse befalls any attacker who kills these summon units, reduces his damage by 30%. So if you kill one of the freaking spawns, your damage is reduced by 30%. You want to have him on defense if you don't have any other options. Okay, personally, I always use him and Landslide on defense, but that's just because of where my heroes are. Okay, that's because of what I have. I mean, I don't have Dark Rider Divine, which I'm going to get here soon. I don't have a high enough Enchantress to add her. I don't have Wonton at all. So you got to kind of pick and choose which heroes you're going to use. Okay, but the point of this video is to let you guys know that certain heroes have very beneficial benefits to defense. Always look at the defensive, divine, and I don't know what. Basically, it's, if I just go to, like, for instance, Renee Vent, always look at this third skill and divine. Okay, for instance, Renee Vent, her evolved skill enhances your victory statues. Okay, and if you guys already know, if you have high level victory statues, imagine increasing the attack power and the HP by 200%. A level 30 victory statue with Renee Vent on your base is going to be insane. That means those victory statues will not go down. It's going to take forever to get those down. 200%, not 100%, 200. That means it's like 3 level 30 victory statues in one, guys. That's what it means. So again, when you placing your heroes on defense, look at what those divine skills are going to give you, because it really makes a big difference. And I want to make sure I cover this because I look at a lot of people's base. And yeah, my base needs a lot of work, but I try to make sure I put the right heroes on there. Right now I don't have any because I'm just trying to drop trophies, but I usually keep Renee Vent on my defense because I have a divine skill pretty nice to where it gives me a good boost in my victory statues. I'm only at level 20 and 21 on them, but I've been improving them. So it's just things like that you need to be aware of, okay? And also, since we're talking about defense, let me zoom in here real quick. What I've noticed is a lot of people like to spread those victory statues out, and that's fine. But what I want to tell you is that one thing I noticed when I attack any base, whenever you put your town hall around and surround it with these victory statues like that, whenever the enemy comes in here, it makes it a little bit harder for them to kill all those victory statues, because you got 2 or 3 victory statues all at once just pounding on them, and it just crushes them every time. Okay, real quick, you know, I think I might still have. I'm going to show you one of my attacks here. Let's go to my battle log. Here's my defense report. I'm just going to show you one of these attacks. So check out this guy. This is like probably the first one of this guild, I'm assuming. So this is an attack that happened on my base. Okay. And let's just take a look here. Just look what happens to this guy. Of course, my base is not that strong. I wasn't even the freaking stronghold this time. I let someone else take the stronghold. But look at how Ambrosia stays right by your town hall. Okay, she never leaves, and she continues to do amazing damage. She just shoots that freaking rocket out there and just wrecks them. Look at that. She's at full health right now. Look at that. Full health. She's just crushing the enemy. So that's just an example of what I'm talking about with these heroes, man. You got to take a look at what they do and what kind of buffs they bring to you, and that's how you want to plan out your defense, man. Anyway, the video is already too long. Sorry I kept going on and on. Excuse my cold, man. I know I sound a little bit stopped up because I am, but I wanted to make sure I put this video out before the weekly guild clash, because my objective is to make everyone better, along with, you know, getting you guys recommendations on it and advice. I haven't focused a lot on my walls, as you can see, which is one of the things I feel like I'm really weak on. At my level, and as much as I play, as long as I've been playing, I should have at least level 12 or 13 walls by now. Okay, so my focus next couple of weeks is going to be to increase my walls to higher level. Hurry up and get these victory statues to level 30, and then of course continue to work on the rest of my defenses. Okay, but I can't wait to hear you guys' feedback. Hopefully you did learn something from my video, and of course, if you have more recommendations, make sure you send them to me. I'm going to do this. Hopefully I'll be able to do something for offense tomorrow, or within 24 hours, or right before guild clash. So make sure you stay on the lookout for that. And again, this is your boy T Bizzle, and I can't wait to hear from you. I'm out. Peace.